Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and I said it after the Juventus Fiorentina game that it was what a great game of football. I mean, it has been topped a couple of hours later. What a game between Milan and Roma. I mean, wow, 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 what a game. It ended up 1-1. How that game just had two goals, I have no idea. But it was such a good game of football. I mean, if these are these are the indications of how the league is going to be in 2025, I am really excited about that because it was such a good game of football. Uh, I really have no words. Because you have to see that game of football if you really are, if you want to have, if you have not watched the game and you have to look back at a certain game in the of the for the from the weekend, you have to watch Milan versus Roma. I mean, it was such a good game of football. It was an end-to-end stuff, and on multiple speed, like double the speed or triple the speed. That's how fast the game was. Chance after chance after chance, both ends. Like you cannot. It was bizarre, to be very honest with you. At both times it felt like the defense was not there, the midfield was not there for one team, and then the other team is coming. Then they were going back and forth, back and forth. It was such a good game of football, and I mean, a credit to both the teams and both the goals as well. Like the way that they scored the first goal so easy for Rangers. The way they moved the ball, Milan. From that midfield, like it felt like nobody was there for Roma's midfield, and like the acres of space for Rangers to score that goal, and a great finish for him as well. It becomes 1-0 quite early on for Milan, but then Roma hit back, and I probably think that Dovbyk with that assist of the season, and I'm not just saying in Serie A. I think the entirety of Europe, that has to be the best assist in Europe till now. That his the no look, basically the no look back flip. The first time also, like he did not even have a time to celebrate. The ball comes in and he just flicks it at his back, and the ball comes in. It's a volley, and Paulo Diablo, I mean, what a goal that was. Amazing goal. I think it probably it has to be one of the best goals of season in Syria and in Europe as well. But that assist, I would say, that has to be the best assist of the season in the entirety of Europe. I don't think anybody has given a better assist till now. It was an amazing. And Dovbyk, you just can, some players are players of confidence. You can just see how his confidence has started to grow. That the more he starts to, he started to score the goals, or he starts to provide assists, the more he's getting better. He could have easily scored 2-3 goals. Like twice he hit the crossbar, and the goalkeeper made a couple of saves from his as well. So it was a really good performance from Dovbyk as well. Then Milan had about 8 or 9 chances where they could have scored the goal. Roma had 8 or 9 chances themselves. Like it was a crazy game of football. And again, as a neutral, if you are a fan of Milan or Roma, that would have been quite a heart attack to take to watch that game. You would have been, the nerves would have been over the roof, if I'm being quite honest with you. But as a neutral, like who has no stake in any of these teams, like it was such a good game of football. I mean, yeah, that especially after that Liverpool game where it was such a one hand. I watched the Liverpool game and then I watched this game. It was a really good game of football. Quite an opposite. Of course, Liverpool played really good with the way, but it was quite a one-sided game. But this game, it was such a good game. Like I really don't. I don't really have adjectives. I really don't know what to say. Just to but I can just praise both the teams. I can praise both the managers. Francesco Vecchia, he had to get sacked. Milan manager, he gets sacked. Not sacked. I mean, he gets sent off early on in the first half because Milan really thought they deserved that penalty in the first half. That was the only thing that you could maybe talk about apart from the football in that game. That maybe it was a penalty. If I'm being very honest with you, it was quite a 50-50 decision. And I sort of understand why Milan fans are angry about not getting the penalty, but I sort of understand why the referee doesn't give that penalty. Like it was, it could have gone either way. If I'm being very honest with you, I like, if that would have been a penalty, I would have been okay with it. If the penalty would have been given, I would have been okay with it. But that penalty has not been given, and I'm still okay with it. It was like one of those decisions. Like if it is your team, you are 100% going to say it is a penalty. And if it is not your team and you're going to say no, it's not a penalty. But as a neutral, you just know that, like, yeah, maybe it can go either way. It was like one of those one of those decisions. I think that was the only talking point. Ranieri, since he has come to Roma, he is trying to do something. I think that it is sort of starting to work for him at Roma in the last 3-4 games. I think that you could just start to see what he's trying to do. And I'm not gonna don't want to berate Francesco that much, but it has been almost half a season. I have not seen that for Milan. I think that has been probably one of the worst managerial appointments this season. I don't think Milan are going to, and this is quite a disappointing thing, to be very honest with you. I don't see Milan doing anything this season. I think they are just there for the sake of it, if I'm being very honest with you. I don't think they are going to qualify into Europe. They're not going to be in, relegation battle or anything. They're just going to be there. And I think for a club with a stature like Milan, I think that's quite a sad thing. You could understand why a lot of Milan fans were angry with his appointment, and he was so close. Like, everybody knows he was so close to getting the sack before that Milan derby, and somehow they won that game, and that sort of changed. But even then, like, the brand of football they are playing is not really good. It was a great game of football today, I'm not going to deny it, but overall, if you look at it, the way the Milan play and the results that they were given, it has not been really good for Milan. Today again they draw, like they are basically out. They are out of the title picture. They are fighting for those European places, and there are teams like Bologna have still not played the game, and their game, if they play that game, they are going to be 8th. Milan, so it is not really looking good for Milan, if I'm being quite honest with you. Roma themselves, like as I said, since Ranieri has come, it has become better for them, but they are still in that relegation factor. But the signs are there. If you are a Roma fan, you would be really happy. You can see the progress that Ranieri is trying to make, and I think you would be really pleased with that. I can see now finally the Roma have great players. There's no doubt about it. They had one of the best squad. That is why in my prediction, I put them to finish in the top 6. I thought they were going to qualify for Europe, but the start of the season and whatever what all happened at Roma, I mean it has been a disaster, right? But since Ranieri has come in, it is starting to maybe look like that something might be go their way. But I think that was the difference between the two sides. If you're looking at it objectively, like you can just see Ranieri under 4 to 5 games what he's trying to do with his team. And Francesco has been there for a half a season, and you still don't know what he's trying to do with Milan. So let's hope something changes in 2025 for Milan, and something they go on an amazing run and somehow surprise everybody, and somehow get into the top 4, get into that title picture, which I don't think is gonna happen. But you never know, in football anything can happen. I mean, look at Manchester City, what is happening to them. So yeah, the amazing game of football, in my opinion, a fair result as well. I don't think any of them deserve to lose, and I don't think any of them deserve to win as well. So a fair result in that, and that is it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Milan's performance, what you guys thought of Roma's performance, what you make of Francesco's tenure at Milan till now. Let me know in the comment section below. And do you think it was a penalty or not as well? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers. That is our goal. So we want to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible. So please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.